Hi friends, my name is Aqil Ahmed, and in this particular video tutorial I will show you how to delete the files from SFTP server using C#.NET or SSIS. So recently I got a question from one of my subscriber and he asked, can you show us how to delete folder contents after downloading the files? So I thought to make a video on this one, so let's jump to the demo. So I have installed the SFTP server on my machine. So maybe I can share the link of the video like how you can configure the SFTP server on your local machine. So I configured the SFTP server on the Windows 10 machine. So let me try to connect to the SFTP server using a GUI. So we can use the WinSCP client to connect to the SFTP server. So let me open the WinSCP client from here. So this is the WinSCP client and the file protocol will be the SFTP protocol, secure file transfer protocol, and under the host name we need to provide the IP address of the machine. So let me open the command prompt window from here and let me type ipconfig, press enter. So under the IPv4 you can see this is the IP address of the machine. So I can copy the IP address from here and I can paste inside the host name. The port number will be 22 and let me type the username, which is the username of the machine, and let me type the password here. And now I need to click on login to connect to the SFTP server. So the connection is successful and now I can download or upload the files from the SFTP server. So on the right side these are the files from the SFTP server. So if I click on the drop down and if I select the C drive, so in the C drive there is a folder data to load, okay, and under data to load we got a lot of files and here we got a directory, email directory. So if I open the email directory, so at this particular location C data to load email we got 4 CSV files, okay. So what I will do, I will download these 4 CSV files from this particular location, from this SFTP server to my local machine. I will download the file at the D files location. So I already have some files here, so I can just delete the files from here. So right now we don't have any files at the D files location. So I will download the files to this particular location from the SFTP server, okay, and then I will delete the files from the SFTP server. So let me open the C# console app. So this is my C# console app which I will be using today to download the files from the SFTP server and then delete the files from the SFTP server. So this is the main method and I have just written some basic code like the try and catch block. So these two lines, these are related to logging. So in case if any error will occur, then error log underscore current date time dot log file will be created at the D files logs location, okay. And now let me try to write the code for downloading the files. So I have actually already written the code here. I have one method, file upload to SFTP. So this will upload the file to the SFTP, and then I got the method download files. So this method can download the files from the SFTP. So maybe I can just simply copy and paste both the methods to this particular code, okay. So outside of the main method I can just paste both the methods, okay. So it seems like this is missing some namespaces, maybe system.io, so I can add the namespace here. So majority of the errors are gone and now there is only one error which is related to SFTP client, okay. So to download or upload the files from or to SFTP server we need to use the renc.sshnet.dll, okay. So if you check this location, D files location, so I got a DLL here, renc.sshnet.dll, okay, and I will share this DLL with you so that you can use it in your environment as well, in the SSIS package or in the C# console app. You can use it anywhere, okay. So let me go back to the C# console app, and what I can do, I can simply add this DLL to the references. So I can click on add reference and from here I can simply browse the DLL. So this is the DLL. I can click on add and then I can click on OK. So the DLL has been added here, okay. And now if I hover my mouse on it and click on show potential fixes, so I can click on using renc.sshnet, okay. So this one has been added here and now our code is good to use. So if I explain you like what we are doing in the download file, so what we are doing, so this is the IP address of the SFTP server and this is the username and this is the password and this is the location from where we want to download the files, okay. So we want to download the files from C data to load email, okay. So 4 files should be downloaded and this is the local folder path on the machine where the files will be downloaded, okay. And then we are using the SFTP client method to connect to the SFTP server. Now here we are connecting to the SFTP server and at this particular location we are getting all the files from the SFTP server, and then we are running a for each loop here, looping through all the files and just downloading the files here. Okay, and after the download we will disconnect the SFTP server. So this is what we are doing in the download file method. So if you want to use the download method file, so you can simply call it inside the main method. Okay, and I can end the line with a semicolon. So for example, if I will execute this particular code, so this main method, this will actually download the files to the D files location. Okay, so I can just simply try to execute this method, and I can show you like downloading the files from the SFTP server, and then I will just delete the files as well. Okay, so the process ran fine, and if you go back to the D files location, so you can see all 4 files here, those are downloaded from the SFTP server. Okay, so let me delete the files for now. And now if you want to delete the files from the SFTP server as well, then what you need to do, just after downloading the files, we can write sftp dot delete file, and then we need to provide the file name, so file dot full name, and then end the line with a semicolon. This single line of code, this will delete the file from the SFTP server. Okay, so right now if you check here in the SFTP server, we got 4 files. Okay, and at the local machine in the D files location, we don't have any files as of now. Now let me just try to rerun the code, which will download the files and will delete the files from the SFTP server. Okay, so the process ran fine, and now if you check the D files location, so you can see 4 files here which got downloaded from the SFTP server. And now if you check the data in the SFTP server, and now if I refresh the folder, so now all the 4 files have been deleted from the SFTP server. Okay, so this is how you can just delete the files from the SFTP server. Okay, now I executed this code from the C# console app, and now suppose if you want to use the same code inside the SSIS package, then what you need to do is that first of all you need to register this DLL to the GAC. Okay, so I have already written the instructions like how you can register the DLL. So if you want to register the DLL to the GAC, then you can just check if this DLL already exists or not on your machine. So for example, because I have already registered the DLL, so at this particular location we got 3 type of GAC DLLs: the 32-bit architecture DLL, 64-bit architecture DLL, and the MSIL. MSIL is for, this is platform independent. Okay, so the DLL name was rancy.dll. So because I have already registered the DLL, so that's why you can see a folder here, rancy.sssnet. And if you open this particular folder, then this is the version of the .NET 4.0, and inside this folder you can see the DLL. Okay, so to register the DLL, you can register it using the developer command prompt window. Okay, so you can register it by opening the command prompt window. So I have Visual Studio 2019, so you can just go to the folder of that particular instance, like Visual Studio 2019, and here you can see the developer command prompt. Okay, so I can right click on it, go to more, and then I can click on run as administrator. Yes, now here I can execute this particular code. Okay, so what we are doing here, to add the DLL for verification skipping, we need to execute this code. So the thing is, this DLL is not strongly named. Okay, so that's why we need to execute this particular code first. So I can execute this code. So this is saying that verification entry added for the assembly rancy.sssnet. Okay, and then to register the DLL to the GAC, we can execute this particular query. So you need to provide the path of the DLL on your machine according to your machine. Okay, so I can execute this one, and the assembly has been successfully added to the cache. So our DLL has been added to the GAC, and now we are good to use this DLL inside the SSIS package. So let me create an SSIS package and execute this code from the SSIS package. So I can open the Visual Studio 2019, and then I can click on add, create a new project, integration services project. From the location I will select SSIS real-time scenarios, and I can paste the file name here. It is saying invalid project name, so maybe I can write in SSIS. Okay, now I can click on create. So this will create the blank SSIS project for me. So the blank SSIS project has been created, and now if you want to call the same code from the SSIS package, then you can just drag and drop the script task into the control flow window, and then I can right click and configure the script task. The language is C# here, so that's fine. I can click on edit script so that it can open the script editor for me. So the script editor window has been opened up, and now what I can do, I can simply copy these methods from here, like download files and upload files methods from here, okay, and I can paste it inside the script task. So outside of the main method, I can simply paste those methods here, okay. And now I need to add the reference to the rency.sssnet DLL. So I can right click on the references, click on add reference, and then I can browse the DLL, select the DLL, click on add, click on OK. So now this DLL has been added here, and now I can hover my mouse on file, show potential fixes using system.io 2 times, and then I can hover my mouse on SFTP using rency.sssnet, okay. So if you check the namespaces, so you can see both the references has been added here, okay. So our code is ready to be used inside the main method. So right now if you see, the files have been deleted from the SFTP servers. Now because we have deleted the files from the SFTP server and we have downloaded the files to the local machine, so now what we can do, we can actually upload the files from our local machine to the SFTP server. So I think that should be fine, okay. So what I can do, I can actually call the file upload method inside the main method. So I can call it here and the line with a semicolon. So what this particular code will do, it will upload the files from the D files location. So there are 4 files here. So these 4 files will be uploaded to the email folder inside the SFTP server. So right now we don't have any files here. So it will upload the files to this particular location, okay. Yeah, so I think this should be fine. So I can click on file, exit, and I can click on OK, and now I can click on start button. So the process ran fine, and if I check the SFTP server now and if I refresh the folder here, so you can see the 4 files have been uploaded to the SFTP server, okay. So this is how you can call the code inside the SSIS package. And there is one important thing here, I have just call the method directly, but you should take care of using the try and catch blocks inside the script task as well. Suppose in case tomorrow the script task fails, the SSIS package fails, then it should generate the log file so that you can easily identify like what is the issue, why the package is failing, okay. So you should always think of using the try and catch blocks inside the script task. So here I just call this method directly, but we should think of using the try and catch block. So how we can do that? I can simply copy this particular, I can copy the whole code from here, okay, and I can just simply paste it here, and instead of the download method we can use the upload method, okay, file upload SFTP. So this is the code. So now what will happen in case the upload method will fail, then it will create the error log underscore current date time dot log file inside the D files log folder, okay. So that should be easy to identify and fix the issue, okay. So I think that's it for today's video, and I will share all the code with you, the code that I used here inside the SSIS package, so that you can use it in your environment as well. Thank you guys for watching the video, and if you like the video, then please click the like button, do subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon and click on all so that you will be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much.